Born on November 10, 1984, in the small town of Nederland, Texas, Kendrick Perkins entered a world of complexity. His mother, Ursel Minix, was murdered when he was just 5 years old. His father, a professional basketball player overseas, was absent from his life. Left in the care of his grandparents on a farm in nearby Beaumont, young Kendrick found solace and structure through faith and family. His grandfather, a man of strong Catholic conviction and even stronger discipline, instilled in him the values of hard work and responsibility. Those early years, shaped by physical labor, community, and the quiet resolve of rural Texas, laid the foundation for the man Perkins would become. By the time he was 12, Perkins was already a towering presence in his community. Standing well over 6 feet tall, he was a force in pickup games and local leagues. His childhood wasn't defined by luxury or access to elite training facilities, but rather by grit, by long days, physical chores, and the quiet competitiveness of small-town sports. Football was initially his sport of choice, where he played as a defensive end, but basketball quickly became his calling. At Clifton J. Ozen High School, Perkins dominated Texas high school basketball like few before him, leading Ozen to 4 consecutive district titles and a 2001 state championship. He averaged a jaw-dropping 27.5 points, 16.4 rebounds, and 7.8 blocks per game as a senior. A McDonald's All-American and Rivals number 3 ranked center, Perkins had committed to play for John Calipari at Memphis. But true to his decisive, unorthodox nature, he declared for the NBA draft instead. That choice would set him on a path most high schoolers only dreamed of, but few were mentally or emotionally prepared for. Selected 27th overall by the Memphis Grizzlies in the 2003 NBA draft, Perkins was immediately traded to the Boston Celtics. In a league evolving into a faster, more offense-heavy game, the 6 feet 10 inches, 270-pound center was an old-school enforcer, a physical, hard-nosed big man in the mold of Bill Laimbeer or Charles Oakley. His first few seasons in Boston were quiet, averaging just 2.2 points and 2.9 rebounds in his rookie year. Perkins embraced the thankless work, setting screens, protecting the rim, anchoring the paint. It wasn't until the 2007 to 2008 season that Perkins found his true place in the Celtics ecosystem. Surrounded by future Hall of Famers Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, and Ray Allen, he became the defensive glue of a championship team. In the 2008 NBA Finals, Boston defeated the Los Angeles Lakers in 6 games, and Perkins, averaging 6.9 points, 6.1 rebounds, and 1.5 blocks during the season, earned his first and only ring. But his impact went far beyond numbers. His presence allowed Garnett to roam defensively, his toughness protected teammates, and his loyalty solidified team chemistry. In 2010, during a grueling finals rematch with the Lakers, Perkins suffered a devastating torn MCL and PCL in Game 6. His absence in the decisive Game 7 loomed large, with head coach Doc Rivers later stating that Boston likely would have won had Perkins been on the floor. The injury changed his trajectory. Though he returned to play, his athleticism never fully recovered. In 2011, he was traded to the Oklahoma City Thunder, a move that stunned both him and Celtics fans. But true to form, Perkins embraced the opportunity. In OKC, he became a mentor to rising stars Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and James Harden. He wasn't the centerpiece, but he was the backbone, teaching younger players the nuances of professionalism, leadership, and sacrifice. In 2012, he helped lead the Thunder to the NBA Finals, where they fell to the Miami Heat. Perkins' later years in the league included short stints with the Cleveland Cavaliers and New Orleans Pelicans. Though his playing time diminished, his influence did not. Across 14 NBA seasons and 782 games, he averaged 5.4 points, 5.8 rebounds, and 1.2 blocks per game. His stats were never eye-popping, but his intangibles, leadership, toughness, and team-first mentality were invaluable. Off the court, Perkins faced challenges that shaped his emotional narrative. His 2010 knee injury required 7 months of rehab. A 2015 pectoral injury with New Orleans further tested his endurance. Critics often mocked his offensive inefficiency. He never made a three-pointer and shot just under 60% from the free throw line, but he shrugged off the noise. The pain of losing his mother and growing up fatherless was a deeper wound, one he channeled into both his game and his later media work. After retiring in 2019, Perkins made a surprising pivot to broadcasting. Joining ESPN, he quickly made waves with his candid, unfiltered takes. On shows like First Take, NBA Countdown, and Get Up, he spoke with the same blunt force he brought to the court. His commentary often sparked debate. He predicted the Timberwolves would make the Western Conference Finals in 2025, a take met with both praise and skepticism. His critiques of stars like LeBron James and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, meanwhile, drew backlash. Yet, he stood firm, believing honesty was more valuable than popularity. His outspokenness even led to public feuds with former teammates. Kevin Durant once labeled him a sellout, accusing Perkins of chasing clout rather than honoring past bonds. LeBron James responded coolly to Perkins' accusations of media manipulation, but Perkins remained undeterred. He understood that being a voice meant facing the heat. In a 2025 interview with ESPN, he said, "My scars tell my story. My voice carries my truth." Beyond broadcasting, Perkins poured energy into his roots. Married to Vanity Alpo since 2005 and a father of 4, he values family above all else. His Perkins Family Foundation, launched in 2020, funds scholarships and youth camps in Beaumont, reaching over 200 kids annually. In 2024, he donated $25,000 to restore the court at Alice Keith Park, a beloved neighborhood landmark. In 2025, he became an NBPA mentor, guiding 50 rookies through the rigors of NBA life. His impact, increasingly off the court, remains powerful. His memoir, The Education of Kendrick Perkins, released in 2023, blends NBA insight with reflections on social justice and fatherhood. It was praised for its honesty and emotional depth, selling 10,000 copies in its first year. A man of deep Catholic faith, Perkins often cites his upbringing and church service. He once served as an altar boy, as essential to his worldview. His faith fuels his advocacy for equality and education, making him a rare figure who speaks to both the game and the greater good. At 40, Perkins' reach spans sports and culture. His net worth of $18 million comes not only from NBA earnings, but from media work and endorsements, including a 2025 Nike campaign for the Perk 43 shoe and a Gatorade partnership. His YouTube series, Perk's Perspective, has amassed 150,000 subscribers, where he mixes hoops analysis with life lessons. He shares playlists featuring Jay-Z and Kendrick Lamar, talks Marvel films, and posts family game night clips for his 300,000 Instagram followers. But perhaps the most enduring image of Perkins is not the broadcaster or the champion. It's the boy on a Texas farm, standing beside his grandmother, who called him "my warrior." That nickname stuck. Even in the face of ridicule, injury, and adversity, he never retreated. He just kept showing up, with honesty, with heart, with a voice that refuses to be silenced. Kendrick Perkins didn't need to be a superstar to be significant. His legacy isn't written in points or all-star appearances, but in presence, persistence, and purpose. From the hard courts of Beaumont to the bright lights of the NBA Finals and now the national airwaves, he remains a singular force, reminding us all that greatness comes in many forms, and the loudest voice in the room is often the one speaking from the soul. That's all we had for you guys today. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.